Project Alchemy here in Alba was about so much more than just a building expansion or a state-of-the-art production line. It was about putting people at the heart of everything that we did. It was about delivering on our ambition of making Alba the very best place to work in Scotland. We moved to Alba in 2010, and the ambition for Alba was to last around about 10 years. It did that very much so. In fact, we managed to get 12 of those 10 years. However, the company has massive ambition on growth and prosperity. So to do that, we needed to double the footprint and the capacity of the site here at Alba, whilst maintaining the highest ever production level. The challenge for the project team was to ensure that the physical space across the site embodied the values of our organisation.
The culture here at Glenmorangie is we don't do things to people. We need to take people with us. They are the ones that know exactly what they need within their space.
We worked directly with the team to get a really solid brief and understand exactly what they were looking for in their spaces. It was really important to not leave anyone behind and make sure that all of the staff had a space that they could be proud of.
Clearly, as architects, we recognise the importance of the relationship between space and people. Particularly in the workplace, this relationship is very important. So for us, the challenge is always about how do you get that relationship right? It's about digging deeper and understanding the real culture of a business so that you can then deliver a design that is authentic, that truly serves that vision, and in the case of Glenmorangie, looks after its people not just to facilitate productivity and efficiency, but to look after them in their well-being and to allow them to flourish and excel.
So after initial consultation, there was two aspects. There was the functional part, which was really, really important because they had to have the right space in order to do their jobs effectively. But more importantly, it was more about the emotional connection that they feel when they come into the workspace.
The welfare area, also known as the spa, was always about delivering a beautiful quality space for the staff. Quality in this case is all about a generous space and a layout that flows. Comfort is in the details. It's the soft seating, it's the special area that you have to hang your clothes, it's the hair dryers, it's the phone chargers. How we wanted staff to feel as they walk into the space is to be calm and relaxed. That's why we used natural materials. That's why there is music going through the speakers. That's why it's such a soft, lighted space. The application of the super graphics, the Arbeck brand, the cheap wallpaper is really what brought the brand to life in this space.
Something we are most proud of within Project Alchemy is our community outreach programme, and there was 3 strands to that. Local support for charity, we reached out to a local high school, and we built here on our site in Alba an outside wellness area. The wellness area project was very much about supporting mental health. What we wanted to do was give people, our colleagues, the ability to go outside and sit and relax, have one-to-ones, just get away from their place of work so they can enjoy what is a fantastic space. So the brand was about delivering on reputation. So when not just our colleagues, but visitors, lorry drivers, contractors, when they walked into this site, they recognised a brand that was about putting people at the heart of what we do.
It was really important to us to make sure that we were getting what our people wanted from this project. So not just from a physical line, it was actually about the environment that they were going to be working in.
The bottling hall is all about the section. To create a really unique environment, we knew we had to make the most of all of the natural light at our disposal. The layout and the orientation of the building gave us a great opportunity to catch light from all directions. However, we had to consider really carefully how this would interact with the process, but also how this would impact well-being and comfort. For example, we knew we wanted to open up the views to the west, but we also had to be really careful about direct sunlight on some of the machinery.
Once we had established the principles of how we wanted to manage light from each side of the building, what was really important to us and to the client was to demonstrate how this would actually work. To do this, we created a virtual reality model of the building, which allowed us to model lighting throughout the course of the day and throughout the course of the year, because it really allowed us to capture the quality of light in the space and make sure that the environment was as joyful and as pleasant as it could be. The client could have simply said, it's an industrial building, we'll have it all white. But again, it was an opportunity for both the client and for us to elevate the narrative and demonstrate that an industrial environment can be special to work in. The thing that stood out for us was the wondrous lines that have been created to tell the story of Tain and the location of Glenmorangie. To the west, it's about capturing the brand hues from the very light yellow to a really burnt orange. At the gable ends, we have these beautifully veneered timber walls, which are a nod to the cast maturation process. And on the east wall, the wondrous lines are inverted to colour on a white canvas, which captures the beautiful light and shadows cast from the roof light.
Personally, I feel a huge sense of pride when I walk into that bottling hall. What I see is such a beautiful place to work. Bright colours, beautiful light, so much air that the last thing you actually see or recognise in a bottling line is the bottling line itself.
So I'm not going to lie, it's been a journey, but what I can say as a business, what we feel most proud of is the space that we have created for our people, and most importantly, that those people that work for us here were centric to the project.
Walking around the completed building now, we can share in that sense of achievement and pride that everybody's feeling. But I don't think it's just about architecture. It's actually about knowing that we built a great relationship with the client and the design team. That as designers, we were pushed to bring creativity and ideas and add value at each step of the way. And all of this held together by a client with a really clear vision, who set really high standards to ensure that we delivered the best possible building and something that we can all be proud of.
As the project comes to an end and we look back, fundamentally the key questions are, have we delivered on our ambition and are we proud of what has been achieved? And I can 100% hand on heart say, absolutely. We have delivered Alba to the business for the next 10 years from a production facility, from a capacity point of view, but we have also delivered on making this site the best place to work in Scotland.